Good morning, everybody. So, today's session is the second most important session in the retail management area. In the last section, we talked about how retail management as an industry has grown in the last 2 decades in India, with the modern retail coming up very well in 2008. After that, it lost its momentum, but soon it gained its momentum with the coming of e-commerce space, where Amazon and Flipkart type of players were there. And last 2 3 years with the COVID on, we saw a lot of quick commerce companies coming in to India. Now, today's discussion, when we talk about retail format, my contention is that once we know about retail formats, then half of the knowledge of retail already is present in our mind. So, retail format basically is about the type of shops, type of modern retail outlets, type of chain stores, which all the big brands like Walmart, Carrefour, Big Bazaar, Smart Bazaar are having. So today I will be talking about mainly the three formats in this first part of the video. Now when we proceed on and think about the first few formats, then what comes in our mind is the plenty of formats which are already present in the area of traditional retail, which has been there in India since last 100 to 150 years or so. And we see that plethora of formats are there like convenience outlets, kirana outlets, general merchant, multi-brand outlets, which have been the spine of the Indian retailing. Then there are department stores, supermarkets, and hypermarket. Basically, these are add-ons by the modern retail in from 2000. And on the left side is the basis of form of ownership. Here we will be skipping for a moment the form of ownership of different types of stores, and we will be focusing on simply the retail formats. So whenever we talk about the retail formats, basically the first basis is the merchandise stock. What type of merchandise are stocked by a particular retail outlet, that basically tells us which type of format any retailer is operating. So it can be some convenience items, some kirana items, grocery items, milk, bread, these type of products can be there. Then there can be different type of products like primarily apparels or similar type of shopping product. And the third level there can be more of durables like television, washing machine, such type of item. So therefore what we see is that merchandise stock, the type of merchandise stock can be one very important variable in knowing what type of format the retailer is operating. Other one is size of the store. What is the size of the store? So again the format can be divided on the basis of size of the stores or can be understood on the basis of size of the store. Third is fixtures and fit outs. As we have seen in different type of retail stores we go, there are different type of fixtures present in the retail outlet. There are racks, there are gondolas, and then plenty of fixtures are there. So on the basis of fixtures also we can identify that what type of format it is. And then at the fourth level, we can think in terms of depth and width of the assortment. How wide any assortment is there of the retailer, and to what extent, what type of variety the retailer is keeping of a particular product line. So it talks something about the toys, the type of toys. You are keeping the wooden toys, you are keeping the teddy bears, soft toys, you are keeping train sets, you are keeping outdoor products, and then plenty of them can be there. So it forms a wide assortment. Within some type of assortments like battery operated toys, what depth you are having, what type of variety you are having. So that tells us the assortment, width and depth of any retailer. So that can also be the deciding point when we talk about retail formats. Then there is a larger understanding that these type of formats can be divided. Some of the formats basically are addressing popular to premium segments, and then there are some type of formats which are more of a discount formats. So now let's see the first very basic three type of formats. So the first one is department store, and here I would like to say it is called as department stores. In general, people know it as that it is a departmental store. In general parlance, call it as departmental store. So for departmental store, what we see is that it its primary product, how you can identify a department store. Its primary product is apparel, or I can say simply that 60 to 80% of the merchandise kept by this type of format is the apparel. And then in around apparel, there can be home furnishings, there can be gift items, there can be household goods. But one thing remains that these type of stores can be identified with you will be seeing a lot of apparels. So once we talk about this, mm, the examples come are West Side, Pantaloons, Shopper Stop, Globus. These type of outlets are there where you can easily visualize that most of the products which are there, they are apparel. So each line is operated as a separate department managed by specialized buyers and merchandisers. That is how at the back end basically some type of planning of the merchandise would be done. And at the front end where we have say the store manager, under store manager there are people who are heading different type of department of the floors within the outlet, and then you have within the floor you are managing different type of departments which are sectionalized on the basis of say it is the formal man apparel, it is the informal man apparels, or apparels for marriage purposes. So that type of departments can be seen. Now, one type of problem which is coming up is that they are facing the threat of discount store. So within the department store, there can be retailer decides to remain premium, retailer decides to remain more popular and discount. So like West Side and Pantaloons, when we talk about, they are more up on the premium side, and when we talk about the other things like V-Mart, these are the outlets which are more towards promotional, more towards discount merchandise. Then also what we see is, however, this is a very common point that these type of stores many times will be having their own type of brand, means any type of retailer, say it is Pantaloons or West Side, they will always be having a thinking that why not to have their own brand other than the national brands or international brands which they are keeping like Nike and Reebok. Why they should not be having their own brands? These are the private labels. They are called as private labels and they have got a huge market. So thus what we see is that um, there are the segregation there in terms of the brands. There are the store's own brand and there are the national brands, giving more choice to the consumer. And at the same point of time, a fact which is coming up, that is O2O or omni-channel presence. Most of the brands, department store brands, they are having their online format also. So they are having their own website, e-commerce website, or they are having the branded page on Amazon or Flipkart. So thus they try to increase the reach among the consumer. So that, and sorry, one more point that is about size. Size becomes a very important factor. So when we talk about the size of department store in India, it may vary from 10,000 square feet to say 50,000 square feet. While in America, US, foreign countries, it may go up to 1 lakh or 2 lakh square feet. So that's how the size of the department store may vary from country to country also based on the consumption and based on the real estate cost in that country. Another very famous retail format is supermarket, which everybody has seen and we keep on going, visiting. And generally, they are found in the neighborhood locations. Between one or two or three localities, there will be one supermarket of any type of specific brand. So relatively, they are large in comparison to convenience stores. Their size may vary from 2,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet, depending on the location. And many of them follow the policy of everyday low pricing. Means they decide on that one particular type of product they will be offering at the least price on any particular day. Sorry. So the common example in India of these type of formats are Tesco, Nilgiris, Foodworth, Reliance. Then Subiksha was another one which got closed down, but it became famous and it operated pan India. When they came to North India, they faced some problem. So let's not talk about the failures when we are discussing our retail format. Then the main hinge point of supermarket is the home delivery, and that was because of the pressure of the quick commerce that they offer this type of services, that is the home delivery, to their choices of customers. So what we see in case of supermarket, that the merchandise stock are related to grocery items, fresh food, or any other convenience items like toothpaste, toothbrushes, or similar items. They are the bigger form of the convenience, our traditional convenience store. Supermarkets may vary from size 2000 to 10,000 square feet, and then also what we see is that they are present, say, within 2 square kilometer, you will be having one supermarket, and especially this format is very much popular in southern India, Chennai, Mysore, Coimbatore, Bangalore, these type of cities. Then the last format in this particular section which I like to discuss is hypermarket. Now, as the word suggests, that these are the biggest of the market, the hyper form of the market. So these are giant supermarkets or simply the giant shops, I would say. Supermarkets is the word which is used loosely for them, but these are the giant shops which may size of which may vary from 20,000 square feet to 2 lakh square feet, and they stock each and everything from the milk, from uh, bread to vegetables, fresh foods to uh, spices, kitchen items, apparels, gift items, stationery items, uh, household plastic jars, then furnitures, then television, then washing machine, whatnot. So they keep everything. The hypermarket basically is a market, or is basically a shop where each and every type of product is available. So I would like to further clarify the word which is there in this term, that is market. So we call it as hypermarket, but this remains a misnomer. It's a shop, it's a retail outlet, and the format is a giant one, and the type of products range from bread to television, or say even a scooter. And then these may be present in India, especially they are present in the malls and as a standalone location. Many times they become so huge in the standalone location, they might be having petrol pumps, pharmacies. But this type of format setting is seen mostly in USA, where you have lots of land and there are the people coming from the downtown area. So in the American setting, they are generally located in the outskirts of the city, and the best example for that is Walmart. But in India, it is located or situated in amidst the city, in the malls, in the standalone location in some famous markets. So just summarizing about different type of formats which we discussed in this video one. These are supermarkets, hypermarkets, and department stores. Department stores basically stocks apparel. They are of the size of say 10,000 square feet to 50,000 square feet. Supermarkets are about small convenience items. Their size may vary from 2,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet, and they are generally found in neighborhood locations. Then there are hypermarkets, these are huge markets. They stock products of from the type of say convenience items like bread to television, and they are huge in size, something like 40,000, 50,000 square feet to 2 lakh square feet. So in the next video, we will be talking about some other formats like exclusive branded outlets, that is EBOs, specialty outlets. We'll be talking about category killers, and there we'll see that the criteria of assortment will be coming more into play. So thank you. Let's meet in the next video.